Sir, we are humbled and delighted by your presence, and we are really excited to hear you speak. So we believe in nurturing happy, confident, and future-ready students. And this truly is a moment to unite nations as we are joined by over 1,000 students today from over 50 schools across Tamil Nadu. It's a great pride for us today, sir. We warmly welcome the chief guests, our dignitaries, principals from various institutions, enthusiastic student delegates, and we encourage the student delegates to debate fearlessly today in this conclave, collaborate sincerely, and most importantly, enjoy the experience. To our student delegates, let this conference be a reminder that the future of diplomacy begins right here with you. Thank you so much and welcome to Chennai.
This is growing up, I realized this, that when we used to go overseas for vacations, at that juncture, if two Indians met each other, at least in my case, my family would start talking to the other family in Gujarati. Alright, because we're Gujarati and we meet Gujarati, so we start talking in Gujarati. We get two people from Tamil Nadu to meet each other, they start talking in Tamil. Have you noticed this? That when you go outside and then two people who know Tamil, they start talking in Tamil. Yeah? They'll ignore the English, they'll ignore the Gujarati, they'll ignore all the other languages and start talking in Tamil. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying till now? Pakka? Yes? Okay, great. So, the issue, the thing that was always subconsciously was ingrained in my mind saying is what I'm most proud about, and I think that is what you are most proud about, I hope. When in 2014, and this decade ago, we had about 75 airports. Today you can fly crisscross across the country. There are 150 plus airports across the country. Today you've got a higher enrollment in schools than you've ever before in independent India. Today, Hollywood needs Indian actors in order to make films sell. Today, Priyanka Chopra has larger scope out there, and we don't need the Tom Cruises of the world in our country, as much. And that's why I think fundamentally, when I look at the paradigm shift, saying people who used to eat pizza every day, today are very proud of the dosa, idli and sambar that we eat in India, and now overseas Sarvanand Bhavan is making us so proud. So that's why I'm proud of being Indian, and I hope when you introduce yourself, this is the small something. When you introduce yourself, don't stand up and say I'm from A school or B school or C school. This is my request to you, because normally we stand up and we say I'm from Cathedral, somebody's from Casagrand, somebody's from so and so school, etc., etc. I want you to stand up and whenever you speak, not just out here but wherever you speak, and if that message is carried through, I think in a small way we've ignited a small flame within you. That is, when you stand up, don't say that I am from
My dear young friends, I feel really very happy to be amidst you all today, because I know how beautiful, enjoyable the age to which you belongs to. Sometimes someone asks me, sir, if God appears before you and then asks you, what is it one thing you want God to give you? I told him, I will ask him, please give me my childhood once again. That is my request, because that is the most enjoyable period in life. இங்கு வந்திருக்கும் பெற்றோர்களுக்கும் ஆசிரியர்களுக்கும் மாணவர்களுக்கும் என்னுடைய மனமார்வ வாழ்த்துக்கள். I always feel very happy to be speaking or talking or interacting with the people in their respective mother tongue. But you know, in the conferences, you meet different people from different states and different backgrounds, and also people who have different languages as their mother tongue. So you need to interact with in English or Hindi or other languages. Here, my dear youngsters, I am in Tamil Nadu. Tamil is one of the beautiful, ancient, classical language, wonderful language. There are many Indian languages, undoubtedly. So my first advice before I speak about other issues is first, feel proud of your mother tongue. At home, speak in mother tongue. Don't call this mummy, daddy, bidi, jadi, kedi. Avoid that. Call amma, ayya, anna. That comes from heart. So everybody among themselves, first of all, in the family, they should speak in their mother tongue. Mother tongue, I always insist on saying 4 things. 1, first, respect mother, who is responsible for the beautiful birth. Mother includes father also. And it's our tradition in this country, we call it as motherland. We never call it as a fatherland. That is the greatness of respect a woman this country, this culture has. Amma. Second is the native place, Janma Bhumi. You feel proud of your village, the place where you were born. And back home, tomorrow you become something great in your own way. But do something back home to your native place. Even if some youngsters, some of you may like to go to abroad, of course, now they want to come back thanks to Mr. Trump. I am really very happy that our boys and girls, they will all come back here and then useful for the society. If you want to go also, go, no problem. Go, land, earn and return. This is my 3-line advice to all the people who want to go abroad. Go, land, earn and return. Because returning back to our own native place, to our motherland, and spending time with our parents and grandparents, and with this beautiful people in the country, that is the most enjoyable thing in the life. Friends, today, this conference, Concourse of India's international movement to unite nations, is a very important topic. That this event is being conducted by one of the world's largest youth-run organization that aims to bring the world closer the Indian way. Because we, in Indians, we believe in Vasudhaika Kutumbakam. The entire world is one family. That is the feeling of India. Sarve jana sukhino bhavantu. Share and care is the core of Indian philosophy. India was the richest once upon a time. Before the British takeover, we had great GDP, in terms of GDP also. But they came here, they ruled us, they looted us, they cheated us. They cheated the minds of some of our people also. Started telling us that they are great and we are inferior, they are superior. Robert Clive the Great, Alexander the Great, but not Veerapandya Kattabomman, but not Allur Sitaramarazu, but not V.O. Chidambaram Pillai, but not Rani Rudramma. There are many great people, heroes in this country, but the history books never gave them importance because it was written, one, by those people, second, and people inspired by them because of the colonial rule we had. This non-profit youth organization, I'm told, works in 220 cities and 35 countries with the aim of uniting the world using the Indian approach, Vasudaika Kutumbakam. Your objective to empower the youth by enabling them to solve the global problems at an individual level is a commendable one. I learned that this concourse is being attended by 13, 19-year-olds from across the state who will be debating on various international, national and local issues. I am also told that your activities to empower students to explore global issues through an Indian lens is done through I.I.M.U.N clubs, chapter conferences and international conferences, among other things. This emphasis on Indian perspective is all the more relevant today when Bharat, under Prime Minister Sri Narendra Bhai Modi, under leadership, has emerged as a major global player. India, the world's fourth largest economy, engaged with all world players today, big or small, on equal terms, treating them as partners. You as young Indians are part of great socio-economic transition and transformation. As I was telling you, India was rich, great, but India never attacked any country in the entire history, in spite of being great. Small countries, Portuguese came and ruled Goa, Portuguese. India of this size and this great history, we never thought of enslaving anybody because we believe in the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Youngsters, you are the drivers of the chain, and the future of this great nation rests on your shoulders as our development journey takes us into Amrit Kal. Bharat is the fastest growing major economy in the world, ranking 4th. This assumes added significance in our country where 50% of the population is below 30 years of age and more than 65% of the population is under the age of 35 today. Today, India is seen as the future talent factory of the world with the largest pool of human resources. My dear young friends, the challenges that a seamlessly interconnected world faces today include like climate change, poverty, discrimination, social here and there, prejudices, and inequality do not have any borders. Therefore, we should strive even harder to ensure that our actions, big or small, have the power to make a difference for beyond our local communities. Who is a global citizen? A global citizen is one who is aware of the world with all its diverse challenges, respects different cultures, and cares about the impact of the choices he makes. Being a global citizen means standing up for fairness, embracing diversity, and using one's talents to help to create a more just and sustainable world. I am glad that this organization is building a vast network of volunteers who have the creativity, passion, and tools to lead the real change. To think globally is to act with conviction and compassion, with the intrinsic knowledge that even small actions, when multiplied, can transform the world. The future of the nation, and by extension, the world, is in your hands. It all depends on the lens through which you learn to see and engage with the world around you. My dear youngsters, I appreciate your organizational activities to support marginalized communities through regular monthly initiatives which focus on issues ranging from combating climate change to food donation drives. The biggest challenge the world is facing today is the climate change. The entire world must come together. We must always should go back of love and live with the nature. Nature, culture together for a bright future. Nature, culture together for our bright future. That should be our aim. We misbehave with the nature to specialize in things and then help the society. Ultimate aim of the research, education and study is how to make the life of the people comfortable, life of the people happy, life of the people peaceful. That is the ultimate aim. It's not simply reading the books. It is to understand things which make people's life happy. Country is moving forward. Now India is becoming a leader in many of the areas, but in moving faster, we should not leave our cultural, ethical values. What is happening in the society is disturbing. What is happening across the globe is also disturbing. One is losing peace is another thing. Other thing also we are seeing what is happening across the globe. Another disturbing trend is we are losing tolerance, becoming increasingly intolerant. We are not able to really appreciate the other's point of view and then live in harmony. Harmonious life is always very, very happy, blissful. So move in that direction, think in that direction, and then be happy. So passion to learn, earn also is fine, but share and care, and then live happily. That should be our aim. This, the education which you are all getting through, you are from a Casagrand school, international school, very good reputed institution. The education is to get empowerment. Education is to get enlightenment. Education is not simply to earn degrees. And also education as a society, as I told you, is to help the society in our own way and make the society strong. So that passion, education, health and education and politics. Once upon a time there used to be mission. They used to be called as mission. Mission. Heard about Nalanda, Takshashila, Vikramshila, the great universities of the past also. Across the globe, students used to come and study here and go back. This is not what we are saying or boasting. Yuan Song, Pahian, Chinese historians, they came and they wrote about our institutions, our education and all. Education is for empowerment. Education is for enhancement of knowledge. This has to be kept in mind. In the present education system, I'm happy the national education policy, which has been brought forward, the Indian way of thinking, has been introduced. And this has to be understood by one and all, and every education institution must take the spirit of that new education policy, national education policy, drafted by a great person like Kasturi Rangan, the great space specialist. We should follow that model and we should follow our system. Small things also, small things. Small, say namaste. One boy told me, sir, good morning. I told him, why don't you say namaste? He said, sir, that's the practice now. What is practice?